everybody, this is Julie D from NordoniaHills.news and welcome to Jabbering with Julie. I look like I'm in an empty area. And I am. Well, not really. It's just a background. But anyways, before I tell you why this is behind me, I wanted to give you some exciting news. Our contests are back. We took a little break in September, but we're going strong here in October with more weekly giveaways. And now what you're trying to win is a oops, can't see it, boo bag. There you go. Ooh. You want to win a boo bag. In the boo bag, by the way, the bags are donated by So Artsy. The candy is donated by NordoniaHills.news. And we have a Canes card and a Duncan card, both donated by Jackson Comfort, Heating and Cooling and Plumbing. You know, you can call them when you have any problems with heating, cooling, or plumbing. 24/7. They're there for you. And next year, they'll be celebrating their 100 years in business. So that's amazing. And then we also have one other gift card. Castiangelo's donated a gift card for this week's boo bag. So how can you win a boo bag? Well, you're just gonna have to watch the end of the show. Oh, it goes that way. I knew that. Watch the end of the show to see what you can do to try to win your very own boo bag. We're only giving away one. And you're like, well, what about the Jabbering with Julie mug? Well, we still have a few in stock. So I can actually provide information if you would like to buy one. You know, maybe your mom or a friend is a big fan of the show and you want to buy one for them for the holidays. We can make that happen. You know, we might do some more giveaways with the mugs in November. Just have to wait to see what's going to happen. In the meantime, you can try to win a boo bag. All right, so once again, I have so much to tell you. So I think last week was like a week and a half, seriously. So the big news behind me, the reason why I'm showing you this empty lot where the bank used to be in Norfolk Village. And if you see off to the distance over there's Handles, and this is Firestone. They're not as tired as you think. Oh, bad joke. Anyways, in this empty field, coming soon, you might have seen it, Hugo will have his Christmas trees on this lot. And you'll have to just wait and find out in upcoming weeks to find out why he moved. But all you need to know right now is you need to think, do I really need a Christmas tree this year? More people bought real Christmas trees last year than ever. So, or a recent memory. Because they were kind of fading away, but last year it was like, oh, let's get a real tree. And I know Hugo was so busy last year. So obviously he's not set up yet. It's a little early, but he wanted me to let you know that he will be there when he's there. And I know when he starts setting up, you know, ahead of time, we usually try to let you know. But this is even like more advanced noting. What more can you want than advanced notice? Okay, whew, so that was exciting. All right. So Jennies Gems sent us another kitty cat. I know some of the cats from before did get adopted, but she always has a lot more that need homes. So this week I'm telling you about Choji. We're just going to go with that. So anyway, I will put a link where you can find out more about Choji and other cats that need homes. And also she is accepting donations of cat food and other items. She has so many cats and there's only so much that she can do for them. So I will also provide a link for that. We did have Boogimming this weekend and we got some donations of cat food for Jennies Gems and also some food items for the Emergency Assistance Center. But in the comments, if you have donations that you would like to give us, we will just put it in the comments and we will find a way to, we haven't announced the drop-off place at this point, but we could find out. We can definitely do that. All right, so let's talk football. First of all, the Browns won today. Got my shirt on. Go Dogs. And by the way, I'm not allowed to wear any of my shirts during the game. Yeah, so that's been a documented fact. There was one of the games where I wasn't wearing it and they were doing great. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not wearing my Browns shirt. And then I switched to it and they ended up losing. And that was the first game. And then the second game, I, for some reason, took the shirt off because I thought, I don't know. No, I ended up putting it on and they ended up winning. So, and then the third game, I didn't wear it. And I don't even know what I'm telling you. But anyway, that's right. I can't wear the shirt. So when I wear the shirt, they lose. So let's just put it that way. I get so confused. But anyways, so I didn't wear the shirt for the game, but I put it on for the show because I'm very excited that they won, and they are 3-1. So it's 3 games in a row they won. And I, at the time of this show that I'm recording, Pittsburgh was losing, but we shall see what happened with that. All right. So anyways, speaking of football, let's talk Nordonia. So the high school team ended up beating Hudson Friday night. So early on in the game, they were way down in the score, and Hudson was beating by quite a large margin. But I guess I did see the end of the game at the last, I think the last quarter. So exciting. They ended up coming back and winning in the few seconds of the game. And I know that when there's 20 seconds left on the clock, Hudson got the ball and Nordonia intercepted. So, and then they just took a knee. So that was great. The final on the Hudson game was Nordonia 29, Hudson 28. And then the next day, the JV played, and the JV won over Hudson as well, 26-20. Let's see. Oh, and speaking of football, I have more football news, more Nordonia football news. And this, you may recall, Safe Decisions Week, this week coming up. Now, they've done this before. So this Friday at the football game, there will be a community resource fair from 5 to 7. And then the football game, wear black because they're doing a blackout. And this is sponsored by Joe Gaba State Farm and Ohio Sports Chiropractic and Rehab. And I will put a link in the description that will tell you all about it, because there's a whole thing for the whole week. And let me tell you, they've partnered up to do this for years, and it is truly a wonderful thing that creates awareness for teens and driving. And it's just once you see all the different things that they're doing, you'll understand why it's just a wonderful program. All right, moving along to progress at Walmart. Oh, wait, I have to skip back for 1 second. Oh, I also should say this picture, it's a beautiful picture. And I also wanted to mention the band. Both these pictures were taken by K.M. Clemensik, who does a lot of the photographs for Hudson. And he has been sharing pictures with us for years of the football team, and also the band. And I wanted to mention the band because they had competition in the Band of America regional competition in Toledo Saturday. And from what I understand, they did awesome. I don't know the final results, but I know that on several people had told me that they did a great job. And I know that the last home game, they had bits of their competition show, including the lighted plumes. And so I'm not sure if they're going to do that again this Friday for the home game. I sure hope so, because it's very exciting and quite a sight to see. All right, so now I'm moving out of football into another local happening. Probably not exciting, but maybe interesting for some. And where is it hiding? Yeah, it likes to do that sometimes. 'Cause. we go. So at Walmart, they are starting, as you recall, like months ago, I mentioned to you that Walmart was revamping a lot of the store and adding more self-checkouts and removing some of the regular cash registers. So they've done quite a bit. So this is the entrance when you walk in on the grocery store side by the produce. There is, I believe, at least 12 here. And then there's at least 6 or 8 on the other side by the home entrance. And some of these are smaller. The one I was using was a larger one. So there's different sizes. And then they still have some regular checkout places. And some of these do accept cash. But, you know, there's certain sections that don't. So I think there's some limited places if you have cash that you could use to check out. There's more space for more of them. So I think they're going to be even adding more. I was there on a busy Saturday and there was no lines. There's not all of the self-checkouts were open because they have to have so many attendants for so many of the machines. But there was enough of them open, like I said, so there wasn't a line. They're not all this big, but just happens that the one I was using had a lot of room, and I always have a lot of stuff. So it's not such a bad thing in my mind. I think with the worker shortage and some of the problems that they're having, I don't mind it. I've gotten pretty good at it, you know. I've had, without any training, I figured out how to, you know, scan my own stuff, even the produce, and using the wand for the dog food bag, you know, all that stuff. So that's what's happening there. I mean, just about every week I've showed you pictures of all the different things in the store that are like not here and now there. So most of that I think is done. And that special section, it looked like it was going to be a zoo exhibit. Didn't have anything extra there. I mean, they got rid of the walls and there's just Halloween candy there in regular displays. So much ado about nothing for that one, I guess. All right, so let's see what else we have on the list for you today. All right, so here is something very fun. I'm getting into the events section of the show, and there is a lot going on. The first item to do, don't know if I have a picture of it. Oh, we'll lead up to that one. This is a Macedonia event on October 16th, the Haunted Manor at Longwood Park. So it's a walk-through Halloween event actually at Longwood Park at the Manor. So it's October 16th, 2 to 5. We'll be talking some more about that one. All right, I found it. So this Wednesday, the Macedonia Fire Station will be celebrating 100 years. If I had confetti falling right now, I would do that. It's going to be at the fire station on 9691 Valley View Road in Macedonia. It's from 6 to 8. And let me read off some of the events because I know you can't read them all with what I have up there. Da, 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 da. All righty. Here you go. So they're going to have, you can meet the fire trucks. Touch the fire truck. They're going to have their fire safety trailer, equipment displays, a 1931 Seagraves fire truck. They're going to have history, 100 years of history on display. They're going to have some food trucks and a large fire truck slide for kids. So that's all this Wednesday, 6 to 8. And that's at the fire station. So I don't know if there's rain up for that day. But it sounds like some of the stuff at least would be inside. So I hope to see you there. That's going to be a fun event. And while I'm talking about more events, the VFW is having a clam bake. Luckily, I don't have to hunt too much for that one because it's right cheer. So this is this coming Saturday, October 9th, 5 to 9. They're having a steak bake and a chicken bake. For $10, you can have extra clams. Pre-sale only. Last day for tickets is October 5th. So you better hurry up. And it's prepared by Ricardo Sandoval. I will have a link to information that down below. Also, let's see. I think that's it. Oh, one more event. Been telling you about this one for a while. Cleanland is having a haunted car wash, and it's over 3 days. So if you say, well, I can't make it this day, then you can make it one of the other days. If you're a member, a Cleanland car wash member, this event will be free. But anyways, so the deal is on October 28th through October 30th, if you show up there between 6 and 10 p.m. and you have a car full of kids or whatever for $20, you can drive through the haunted car wash. Of course. Proceeds donated to the Akron Children's Hospital. And I happen to know that Jackson Comfort is one of their sponsors for the event. So isn't that nice? I love local businesses working together. It's just beautiful. All right. Speaking of businesses, we have some new businesses to tell you about. And if you've been following us on social media, you probably already know about some of these things. There is a new restaurant in Walton Hills that just opened. It's called Danspot. I snipped a picture here from their story. If Dan looks familiar to you, he was the chef at Castangelo. So anyways, I will have a link so you can get more information. I haven't been there yet. Want to give them some time. Mobility Plus is having a grand opening. They're located in the Village, Northfield Village. I think I would have told you about them before. Their grand opening is coming up October 9th. So another thing this weekend, I will have the information for this and the description as well, but it's coming up. It looks like it's 11 to 2 this Saturday. So I'm telling you, the month of October is probably the busiest month for events. And everybody's trying to pack them in, because you don't know what the weather's going to be like. But I must give you a save the date for November 13th, which is a Saturday, is their, I can't talk, Nordonia Hills Chamber of Commerce Expo. So we usually have this in March, as you recall. And last year it was canceled because of COVID. And this spring we couldn't have it. We were still kind of locked down in March of this year as well. In fact, last year, it was just days. We were about ready to have the expo. It was just days away when the whole world shut down. So unfortunate as that be, but we wanted to get it in this year. And this was the only date that we could get it in November. So November 13th. Yeah, what are you doing that day anyway? Of course, you're not going to be doing nothing. And this is a free event and there's plenty of stuff to do. And, there's pens and some of the businesses have candies and other things. And of course, we'll have entertainment. By the way, if you are a budding performer, singer, dancer, whatever, I will have information in the description as well. So you can let us know. We can get you on the entertainment schedule. We don't have a ton of room, but we have some. And you'll be hearing more about that as we get closer to the date. Oh, it's getting very exciting. The expo is like one of my favorite events. It's the business and the community coming together. So love it. Let's see. What other business news do I have for you? Oh, yes. There's a lot of people very excited about this. Tuesday. Where is it? Where is it? Chick-Fil-A will be opening. Yes, this Tuesday. And look at that. This is the new area that they put on here. And obviously this area here is all new too. So they made some changes on the inside and the outside. Can't wait to see it. Very excited. And they got this done very quickly too. So, with the worker shortage and everything, it was nice to see they were able to get it done. And I must let you know that we haven't heard anything more about IHOP, but it is going in by the Pizza Hut, in the spot of the Pizza Hut. No word on when they're, the timeline for that. Obviously, they're just getting started. Also, Panda Express, that building is going to be torn down. I'm sorry. Golden Corral building is going to be torn down, and Panda Express is going to be building a building in the similar parking lot area. So much business news. We haven't heard any more about Five Guys, Aladdin's, or McAllister's Deli. All we know is those projects are on hold. Maybe one of them has had some activity on it, but I don't know for sure. So as soon as I find out, I will let you know. And we just shared yesterday an interview with Underground Yoga. So I'll put a link for that. You'll have to watch that and learn all about Ella and what got her started and some of the challenges that she had and how her yoga studio is unique. And I'll give you a hint. It's very small, so you can have a lot of help if you need a lot of help, and it is in her home. So that is very unique. So you can, again, I'll put the link up to the video and you can hear all about it. And she also shared with us what her plans were in high school and how that's changed from what she's doing now. I always think that's very interesting because I want the kids in high school to know that you don't necessarily have to figure out what your forever job is going to be. Just, look at your interests and what you want to do, what makes you happy that you can make money with, and just go to the next thing. The next thing, could be a technical college, could be college, could be getting a job or, learning a skill. But, and I think part of the stress is when we were growing up, we didn't have many choices. Nowadays, there's so many choices. And you have to look inside yourself and see what you would like to do next. Don't think of it as like my forever thing. It's the next thing. And it's, it's not just high school kids. There's a lot of people that have had to switch their industry. Their industry died off and they're looking to reinvent themselves. So really, it's good advice for everybody. And it's like we can't tell people what they're, what's in their heart. They have to figure that out. It's quite a journey, and some people are still on that journey. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm just saying, it's like I'm always reinventing myself. So, and when I was in high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I got into computers. I was in art in high school, and I figured I didn't want to do that, and I got into computers. But before that, before I graduated, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And often I was laying around and my brother would say, you need to do something. And I really wished I could have told him what I'm going to be good at hasn't been invented yet. So leave me alone. Because, once the internet became a thing, it's like I made my way. And even before that, computers. But I digress. Moving right along. A little bit too late. So this is an exciting thing that we're starting. I think I mentioned this in the last show, and we've made some progress on our business directory. Now, in case you missed the last show, oh, look, I have a halo. Nice. In case you missed the last show, we had to discontinue, sadly, our newspaper. I mean, I feel like we were just getting somewhere with that, and people really liked it, but we had major distribution problems. Compounded by the fact that other places that we were having our papers at, their lobbies were closed, and there was upcoming printing costs rising. So there's just many things happening that made us look, for now, we won't be able to print it. I'm not saying we're never going to print a newspaper, because I do feel like this town needs a local newspaper. And all I can say is, we have to stop what we're doing for now. And what we're doing is we are going to take the extra energy that we have now and putting it toward helping local businesses. And how we're doing that is setting up a business directory on our website. And if we already have it started, there's a lot more businesses we need to load on there, but I wanted to at least get it going with our current advertisers. Right up here, if you click on business directory, you will see this listing and you can search and look around. We're still getting the bugs out of it, but it's mostly functional. Isn't that funny? So anyways, and I'm going to have a way very soon where businesses can sign up. And here's the deal. If you want to be on the, if you have a business in this area, and I say Nordonia Hills and beyond, because even businesses in Twinsburg and Bedford, Hudson and Brecksville, if they want to be involved in this, because people here don't just shop in Nordonia, they go outside of, maybe there's no one that, for whatever what they're getting, there's nobody in Nordonia that sells it and they want to get it in Twinsburg or whatever. Well, that's perfectly fine. We've always said that Nordonia Hills.news is Nordonia and beyond, because we don't just have blinders on and only support local businesses in Nordonia. You know, local is very broad. And that's our vision. But anyways, so anybody that has a business that wants to submit a business listing, they can have it for free. You can get listed for free. Now you won't have a logo and you're limited to one category. But if your business would like to have an enhanced listing where you can submit your logo and be in more than one category, that would be $175 a year. So maybe you're a small business and you don't have a lot of money for marketing. At least you could get on this business directory, either in the free or the enhanced listing. And this website has been up and running for 6 years. I forgot to mention, it's been 6 years, like almost to the day since we started Nordonia Hills.news. It was a little dream, a little idea that I actually had for a couple years, and I was waiting for the right time to implement it. And I started putting the news on my website that I just created 6 years ago and social media, because I felt, especially when the social media aspect, that I didn't really see a lot of local news on social media. So that's why I started it 6 years ago. So anyways, we're here to support local businesses. So anyways, we have free listing, enhanced listing, and then of course advertisers get a whole lot more. So you know, we had to change our pricing recently because we don't have print, but the value is there. We have approximately 80,000 engagements on Facebook, and we have a ton of following on Instagram and Twitter. I mean, we've been doing this 6 years, so. And our website gets about 1,000 views a day. Now, having this business directory on the website will definitely get more people going to our website, because our advertisers will get one shout out, well, more than one shout out a week, but one of the shout outs will be a link from this business directory. So that'll create more traffic to the business, to the website, which will help all of the businesses on there. And we have made some changes, hopefully, so our website will stay up more. We've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So we're doing a lot more for local businesses and helping them be visible, because a lot of people may not know, hey, there's a place here. Hey, there's a place there. In fact, I have some new businesses that I'm not mentioning yet because they're still finalizing things. They're still getting ready. And so you'll be excited to hear about those next week. Hopefully they'll have their final information to me by next week. So this area is growing and there's new businesses coming to it, which is wonderful. And sometimes it's hard to navigate the ways. Having said that, we're also going to create some Facebook groups so you can search for local businesses easier without all the drama. So our Facebook groups will be drama-free, and advertisers can have an expert badge and answer questions and post information. Man, that's a lot. But you know, it's very important that I let people know that by not doing the newspaper, we're actually increasing another area and making things better for businesses. And you know, you never know what's going to happen with the print situation. I never say never. And you know, we're always come up with new ways. All right, so what is left? Oh, speaking of businesses, Bin Treasures has a lot of holiday things, especially they have a ton of costumes. And I happen to know on Friday, they had a bunch of new stuff come in, and they had a sale also. So they got rid of some stuff and got some new stuff in the premium bins and the general store, and the bins themselves, I saw a lot of costumes. I saw a lot of games, a lot of gift ideas, things you haven't even thought of for a loved one or a friend. Let's see, what else did I want to talk to you about? I think you're probably pretty tired of hearing from me right now at this point. So I am going to sign out, but not before. We must talk about the boo bag. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. So if you want to win the boo bag with the gift certificates, I am going to pick one random person from the comments who hasn't won before, who hasn't won from the Jabbering with Julie show before. Let us know in the comments your favorite TV show that you watched when you were a kid. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to say cartoons, which is fine. Just let us know what cartoon you watched. What was your favorite? Now, for most of you back in the day, there wasn't many channels, and like back when I grew up, cartoons were only on Saturdays. But I think my favorite show wasn't a cartoon, and it was on at the same time as American Bandstand. And I don't think many of you know this, but it was Kukla Friend Ollie, and it was a puppet show. But it was a constant battle in my house between me and my sister, who wanted to watch American Bandstand. And of course, as I got a little older, I loved American Bandstand. But I remember Kukla Friend Ollie was one of my favorite shows, and it wasn't even a cartoon. But anyways, I think that's enough for now. If anything major happens, I may pop in during the week, but otherwise, I will see you next week. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.